Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry I did not have it on Do Not Disturb and it kicked me completely out. Okay, let's see. Let me get y'all on the screen so I can see the comments. All right, y'all. Thanks for popping back in. Okay, so we did the simple line. We did the simple line. So let's do another one. Thank y'all for popping back in. Hey, Marquita. Marquita, I was just talking about you. When you get a chance and you watch the replay of the first part of the live, you'll hear. It was all good, though. You motivated me. All right, so let's do another border. So we're doing borders right now, y'all. So we are doing borders. Okay, so let's do, this is another simple one where you're just going to draw a line. And then I'm going to do one over here one way, and then I'm going to do one over here another way. So you're going to draw a line on both sides of your page. And then we're going to do a V. All you're going to do is a V. The letter V. Just let it meet in the middle. Now, because I'm doing this a little fast, it's not going to be for as neat as I normally would do it. But I also want to show you that you can kind of do it relatively quick so you don't feel like it's going to take you a whole hour to create something around your page. All right, so we just created a border right there, right? Goldmine and Coco did the whole Bonichi video I was talking about. Yep, she did it. And so another one right here. So you see how we did that line? We just did V's. Now we're going to do the line over here, and we're just going to do a heart. So however you draw a heart, you're going to add it around the line. Thanks for popping back in. So yep, again, you're just creating a heart. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different type of borders that you can add to your pages. And so again, this is just a heart. So the base of a lot of your borders are going to be either straight lines, squiggly lines, and it's going to be repetition basically. So that gave you 2 different borders. So we can do another straight line over here, and then I'm going to do another straight line over here. And so y'all know how we did these little slant lines? You can create your slant lines going straight down over here. Same way you did. The only difference is you have a line. So that's right there. Now, if you actually want it to look like you did a real leaf, you're just going to create your leaf. And then you can put your little lines in between. So again, like I said, don't overthink it. Really, if you kind of go back to childhood and do the little doodles that you did then, that's all you're adding to your pages. And so we have several different borders. If you wanted to spruce this border up, you can add a couple of little dots around them. And then you can take all of the different little things that we just did and you can spruce it up that way. So how we did those little lines, you can add a double line around it. So yeah, this is what doodling is. Yep, exactly. That's all it is. And usually when you take the thought out of it, stuff comes together more. When you start overthinking it, it just kind of falls apart. And you can even take old school Crayola markers, y'all, and use them. So if your kids, nieces, whoever has them around the house, you just add that to it. I just want y'all to realize you do not have to go out and spend all that money. I would say use what you have first. If it becomes something that you think you want to incorporate in your journal moments, then you start setting your budget to go buy those things. Otherwise, you will find yourself in the store picking up everything, and then time is going to go by and you're going to be like, I haven't used none of this stuff. So Marquita, it can go anywhere, right? It can go around the whole page. It can go on the side. Another easy border is your corner lines. Hold on, let me see my corner. Let me see my corner. So all of these are just creating borders on the side. So it can be on the side. You can create it in the middle. So let's say you want to write about 3 different things. You can take these borders and separate your page. So for the sake of, well, let me show you one more thing you can do. You can create where is this? I want a lighter color. You can create a memo pad. And I learned this on a lady page, a doodle page last year, I believe. So we're going to create a spiral notepad. So we just started with this, right? We got a basic square. We got 3 little dots for your circle. You're then going to take this and kind of do a little bit of an outline. It does not have to be perfect. Remember, y'all are not doing stuff for perfection. This is just to make your pages pop a little bit. You're then going to take the black, go inside of that little dot. So what it's really doing is shadowing, right? And then you're going to do a half loop. And you're going to make your little spiral notebook. If you just kind of wanted to have a little 3D effect, you can. And then you can write something like note to self. And we're going to put just doodle. And so that's how you make a quick little notepad. And so don't think about you can't draw like that. So nobody's going to do the same thing, right? You just pretty much take a little bit of the inspiration and you make it fit however you want it to fit. So the easiest way to learn this technique right here, before you even do the whole square, just take you a highlighter. Take that little line. And then we're going to... Don't even worry about that line, y'all. I shouldn't have did it like that. Yeah, I meant that. So take the line. We're going to do these little dots. So we got this, right? So that's just the basic line. You got your little basic dots. Then you're going to go with your black pen or your blue pen, whatever pen you want to do. And then we're going to take this little line across, right? Because this line is going to be our guide to go over. Then we're going to put the black dots in the middle. So we have step 1, draw with the highlighter or your lighter color line that you want to do. Then you're going to put those dots a little bit underneath them. Then for me, I tend to turn my book to an angle when I'm doing certain things. And then you're going to do like a half. I can't even call that a C. We're going to call that a hook for the sake of it. You're going to do like a hook. So it's going to be a line. And then that hook is going to curve over. And it's going to meet that line. So you're going to go where your dot is. Straight line, curve over, meet the line. Straight line, curve over, meet the line. So that's just creating, that's literally creating your spiral notebook. So straight line, curve over, meet your line. Straight line, curve over, and meet your line. So let's just say you say, oh, I got this thing. How we gonna make this into a notebook? Hey, Ellie. And so then you take this. So you kind of see how the notebook is already forming, and I haven't even put the other line on there. Thank you, Tanya. And so then we're going to go ahead and then we're going to make this meet. Now remember, we're not doing this for perfection. We're doing this more as a doodle. Doodling gets better as you go. And then we're going to make that meet. Now, if you want it to be a little more realistic, you can, and you can kind of go through what's our little lines that we do. So we're taking everything that we learned on here and we're just putting it together. Then you're taking these little lines. And that just makes it look like you got some pages. That's if you want to. It's not necessary. And then that's your notebook. And then y'all know I'm always here for note to self. And then you just write whatever your message is. So these are different things that you can add again to your page to spruce it up. Pretty much starting with black works for me. If you're like, hold on, Adrian, I don't know about that yet, you can always take a pencil. You will see a lot of people in bullet journals and different doodle places. They'll start with a pencil and then they'll trace after. That's perfectly fine. I don't believe I have a mechanical pencil in front of me, nor do I have a regular pencil in front of me. But you could definitely do this with pencil first. And then, you know, make your line and go after it. It's just totally up to you. If you wanted to get real fancy, you could draw you a little flower on here or something. You can do an old school flower. So again, that's all doodling is, y'all. Like, I promise you, it's not as bad as you think once you just let yourself go. Yeah, just try it. So don't be hard on yourself. Just try it. If you say one day I'm going to take a page in my journal. And so what you could do each month is create a doodle page. And maybe once out of the week, go to it. Say it's something I want to try. I might want to do borders for the day. Or, I mean, y'all remember the old school shape where we would do the little 3D shapes? You just do whatever you want just to kind of get you out of being so serious sometimes. Like, my little 3D box has never been straight. That's one thing I've never gotten down pat. But, you know, it's just something to do. And again, that can be something that goes on your page as a headliner, a border. And then you just would start your little journal entry and keep it moving. So that's how that gets started. Yeah, just break yourself out of the structure. And again, you don't have to, but it's just something to do, literally. Coffee cups are pretty easy to draw. And again, y'all, I like to follow a lot of doodle pages. So that's where I got the inspiration from. Let's see if I can remember this cup. It's been a minute since I've done this little coffee cup, y'all. Yeah, I know I get quiet when I be writing words. Again, it's been a minute since I've done this one. And then you just take your markers or whatever. Yeah, like Bujo does allow. So like that's like Ellie said, y'all, that's the thing with Bujo, right? Bujo, you can journal, you can create your planner for the week. Now, with a Bujo, if you're not into drawing those lines, Happy Planner has taken all of that hard work out of it. because they now have the bullet journal stickers. And they have stencils and stuff you can use. So they have almost a bullet journaling 100 times easier now. But you can do it from scratch if you wanted it to. Yeah, the stamps too. I forgot all about the stamps. Pine and ginger. You know I got all these stamps I just can't stamp. That's it. That's it. So yeah, y'all just have fun with it. So tonight when you journal, add you a little bit of a doodle somewhere in there. Yay. So y'all, Pine and Ginger is on the quest to make me learn how to stamp. So before the year's out, I should be proficient in stamping somehow. Another thing is faces. Let's see if I can fit a face on here. So we are going to do a little face. Now these faces right here, I've learned most of these from the Doodle Guide. I've learned, yeah, from her. Like, her pages are super fun. So y'all see how quick that is? Oh, a ruler, pencils, and eraser, absolutely. So again, the little emoji faces that she does different shapes. You can either do a circle. She does the ones with the square. I think the squares are like one of my favorite ones, and she doesn't do like a perfect square or anything. And these are really good for like mood tracking. And it's literally, y'all, like, why do I keep gravitating toward blue today? I don't know what that is about. All day, I've been doing a little blue stuff. So yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. Yeah, you just follow a couple of pages that inspire you. And then also, even when you're building your Bujo pages out, let's just say that's the type of planner you want to do, you still need to figure out what it is that you need to track in life, right? So if you're going to track your water intake, if you're going to do a habit trackers work for some people, habit trackers don't. You're just going to figure out what your planning style is. And this is for people that decide you want to do a planner from scratch. I tried the whole bullet journal from scratch method. It takes more time than I needed to take out of my life. However, I may return to it slightly because I can kind of build it from some of these. So let's just say you have, let's say you bought the journaling book and you said, let's say you bought a bullet journal and you bought the sticker book because you said, I want to learn how to bullet journal, and you're doing more of the creative style. So let's be clear, the Writer Carol method does not have all these stickers in it. It doesn't have all of that. It's literally kind of more of a list making and a running to-do list. So it's just different. But if you wanted to do more of the creative side of bullet journaling, like Ellie said, it is a lot of line drawing, borders, and all of that type stuff. So again, you would figure out what works for you. This sticker book takes a lot of that hard work out of it. So let's just say we are going to do, I'm going to do a quick spread for you. And I'm going to do a Can somebody in the comments tell me the dates starting for next Monday to next Sunday, please? And so most of y'all know I am a daily spread planner. So we're going to let this be a weekly overview page. We'll let this one be a weekly overview. Okay, thank y'all. So it is, so I'm going to put the week of (2/25) through 3/3. I'm also going to check my battery power. Okay, we got 45. We got 45%, so I can get y'all through this. So we have the date right here, right? So we said this is going to be a weekly overview. In a lot of bullet journal videos, you're going to see all that cutesy stuff. You do not have to do it. But for the sake of showing you what you may see on those pages, we're going to do that today. So this is the version of the squiggly line, but remember I'm doing it smaller right here. But it's still a constant flow of the pen where you're not slowing down. And if you mess up a little bit, it's okay. Keep going. At the bottom of my page, I'm going to put my phrase of the year. And I'm going to put remain. I'm going to add the little squiggly line a little bit. And then I'm going to put intentional, and then I'm going to close out that squiggly line, right? Oh, I'm getting out of focus, y'all. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it back in focus. Let me know if it's back in focus for y'all. It looks like it's back in focus on my end. Okay, so we have that border right there. And then let's just say you say, okay, black and white is going to be a little bit too dim for me. I need a little bit pop of a color. Well, yellow is my favorite color, so I may go in and I might add that little extra just to make that pop. So for the week of this week, I may want to go in and say, what am I going to do for errands? And I may go in and say, let's see, I might go in and I might say, to buy. So let's go in and let's put errands. To buy. And then we might go in with something like reminders. Now, as you notice, I haven't broken this down by days per se, because if this was hypothetically the type of planner I was going to be in right now, I would do each, for me, daily sheets work. I would do a daily list. Remember, I've already done a brain dump, so I don't necessarily have to write each day because, again, weeklies are almost like busy work for me, weekly layouts. So we're going to say reminders. And then I'm going to show you how you utilize your brain dump, right? So we got errands, to buy, reminders, and we could possibly put to do on here. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't want that one. Hold on, y'all. That didn't go with the flow of what I had going on. And then we're going to put to do. So errands, I know I need to go to the grocery store. Because remember, we had that on the list. So we had that on the list. So what you can do with your brain dump, once you start plugging it in, you can go ahead and cross it out if that works for you. Now, if you say, I just need to see it until it's actually done on that particular day and check it off, and that might be like a second measure, you fine. But in this case, I'm going to say, okay, I already wrote that in my planner, so I don't need to see it anymore. That way, I can go ahead and cross that out. So I also know that I need to go to the post office. While I didn't have that on my brain dump list, that's a standard thing for me. So we'll go ahead and put the post office on there. And so on your brain dump list, you may have some other stuff that just is not on there, but as you're writing, it pops in your mind. So you go ahead and put it down. To do, I already know I'm going to my investment job this week. I know I need to check analytics and stats. So remember, we already had that. We can go ahead and put film/upload. So all you're doing is once your brain dump list is complete, you're just going in and plugging it in wherever it needs to be. Now, let's just say you say, okay, Adrian, I'm not doing no bullet journal. That is not my life. Whatever planner you have, you can go and put it in those dates. Or if you're going to be a daily planner, you can put it there. So the brain dump applies to whatever planning style you have. It doesn't matter if you're a bullet journal planner, if you're in a Hobonichi, if you're in a B6, any planner you have, a brain dump can work. A brain dump not only works for planners, it also works for a journal method, and I'll show y'all that on another video. To buy, I need to get another shower liner. I'm going to put track food. I know that sounds weird by saying track food, but there's certain things that, like, he needs bread, certain meats, he can't do mayo, no eggs, like little stuff that has to be taken out of his diet needs to be replaced with whatever he can have, his Gatorade, water, all that, etc. Reminders, sign up for Planet Fitness. I will know what PF stands for. And so these are just certain items. Now, I'm not going to sit and fill this whole thing out for y'all on here, but I just wanted to show you this is what you would do. Now, let's just say you say, okay, can I put stickers in my bullet journal? Absolutely. If you done bought all that stuff, you need to shop your stash and use your stuff that you have. So I do need to, hold on, y'all, there was something on here. I need to list new items. And so I need to go to the bank, which I cannot stand doing, and donate items. Now, if you are a functional planner, this may work for you, and you're like, oh, cool, good. I got a little bit of color, a little bit of decor, and I have what I want. Boom, fine. If you're like me, you're like, okay, I want to see a little bit of a sticker, just maybe, I don't know. That's where you can pull out whatever you need on here. You can use these stickers, or we can use a lot of our stickers that we have bought in abundance. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Peyton. I was about to be like, oh, I only got 2 more Peytons, but I bought a whole nother sheet before I went on my no spend of Peyton on her computer. So we're gonna put her listing at new items. So list new items. She's gonna go right here. Peyton is from Gold Mine and Cocoa. Oh, I'm tripping. I do not have my little link up. But Gold Mining Cocoa sells patent. I love patent everything. If y'all know, I'll be throwing patent on a whole bunch of stuff. We know I need to get his food, but there's nothing on here that's going to be track worthy, so there's no need to pull anything off of that. But you can find whatever stickers you need, and you're just going to place them. For some people, one sticker might be enough. Now, you might say, well, what would I do on this page over here? If this was me and I was Bujo planning, I would go over here and I put something like this week's goals. You can also use another sticker out of that book. I'll show you in a second. But I'm going to go in and I'm going to put this week's. Now for me, I'm not going to overload myself with goals. So I may put 1, 2, or 3. That's going to be it. We're not going to go over that, right? One thing that I need to do is I need to drink more water this week. I need to get over myself. I just need to get over myself. Now, in those books, the journal books, they do have, hold on 1 second, let me grab it again. They do have habit trackers. So for my people that love habit trackers, this is the Pentel Finito pen. It's a marker-based pen. So they do have weekly habit trackers, and they also have a hydrate habit tracker. So you can use whichever one you want to. I would probably be a little bit extra because that's just going to be me. I'm going to be extra and I'm going to layer the stickers. But before I layer this sticker, I'm going to color that in blue. Yeah, this is my first time using this one, Ellie, and I like it. It writes really, really good. It's pretty much one of my top 2 black marker pens that I've been using lately. All right, so it gives you a sticker that says hydrate. Now, they give you a couple of them, right? They give you this sticker that says hydrate, and it has the water drops you can check off, or you get boxes that are blank and you can write it in yourself. It's just a matter of preference. For the sake of today, we're just going to use what they have. So some of you that have this book, you can kind of know how to use these these stickers on your pages. So then we're going to layer it. And then we're going to go find a sticker of a water bottle. And so again, all we're doing is showing you that shop your stash, people. Just shop your stash. You got a whole lot of stuff that's probably just sitting around. But if you rock with my channel long enough, y'all gonna be using stuff you forgot you had. All right, so we're gonna put that right there. So this week's goal, let's just say I need to do, we're gonna lowball this goal. It really needs to be higher, but we just gonna live in our truth. And we're gonna say drink at minimum 32 ounces per day. That is a low ball number, but when you're going from little to nothing, that's going to be a high ball number for today. Now, so y'all remember how I said you could break this up if you wanted to use a border to break it up. Since we have a squiggly line effect, let's go ahead and break it up with a squiggly line. That is this week's goal number 1. Let's do a goal number 2. And goal number 2 will be, I want to get my views up. So this goal right here is going to be more like a personal goal. My second goal is going to be more like a social media goal. So with that, I want to get my views up. So I'm going to find me a little small line. And if y'all see, I have been using this book. I'm clearing off the sheets. This one is almost done. So, you know, it kind of feels good when you see the sheets getting smaller and smaller. All right, and so right here, we're going to do the second goal. And for the second goal, I want to color this in, I wanted a different color. Let's just do this since we already have that yellow rolling in here. Let's do the yellow. And let's do, I don't necessarily need to do a tracker per se, but I do want to layer it still. So we're going to layer this. And then I'm going to write, hopefully small enough, increase views. All right, so I went in and I said increase views. I'm going to make these colors match a little bit. Just going to go in with the fine tip of the time bow. And I just colored that in. You better clear that first sheet. Don't it feel good when you clear a sheet? It might take forever to get there, but it feels good for sure. Okay, so that's that one, increase views. And I don't really have to write that much extra with that, but yeah, so I'm not. Yep, just not gonna. So we're gonna leave that alone. So I'm just gonna, for the sake of this video, just say that is 2 goals for the week. I typically will set 3, but we just gonna do 2 on here. And then at the bottom, you can write notes. So if you have any notes or ideas, you can go in and fill that. So this would be my page, like if I was just doing the over, because I don't need all that extra stuff on there. Yes, V, you could definitely use a journal as a planner. So even if you had a lined planner, you could do the same concept. Some people just don't like the lines because they're so dark, but you can, your planner can be on a sheet of paper, to be perfectly honest. Some people do list making in a planning style. Some people will do a planner. So there are so many different ways. I'll be showing more videos on how you can plan your own way and you don't get sucked into everybody else's way of planning. Some people can use a desk calendar as a planner and it probably would work better for them. So yeah, there are several ways. So yeah, so if y'all have those journaling books, this is a cool way that you can use it. Try it out in your journal. However you want to use it. Again, there's no right or wrong way. What I would say is, as you're watching different YouTube channels and different Instagram channels, be careful not to suck in everybody's method and turn it into your own, and it ends up hindering you from your progress because you're so busy trying to make it work for you and it doesn't work for you. You take a little here, a little there, tweak it as it goes. So that would be my advice as far as that. So let's just say you said, okay, I got my plans for the week. You could then turn over and your weekly recap could be there. And so remember our weekly recap, I did a video on that. I'll be filling this out tomorrow. So all of this is inside of my journal. So if I chose and I said for the rest of the year, I don't want to use another journal or planner, I want everything to be in one place, I can make it all work in here and be successful. It just depends on what you want. So I kind of just wanted to show y'all how I plan for the week. I do a brain dump, I'm gonna do journal moments, and I'm gonna shop my stash. So I hope y'all enjoyed the live this evening. I know it was broken up into 2 parts. So if you missed the first part, make sure you go back and watch that. And I will see y'all on Monday for Monday Motivation. That's where we set our pages up. If this was your first time watching the live, thank you for joining. If you're returning, I was glad to have you back. And I will check y'all out. Make sure to